Well, look who's back, New York Post columnist and author of the hit book, Laptop from Hell, Miranda Devine. Miranda, we really wanted you on the show for this story. So House Oversight says bank suspicious activity reports filed with the U.S. Treasury reveal that Beau Biden's widow, Hallie Biden, got a $35,000 cut from Hunter Biden's business deals with China. For what?
Well, look, that's what we don't know, but what we do know is that is just part of $1 million payment that came from the Chinese energy company through to a guy called Rob Walker, who's a Biden family associate, a business partner of Hunter's. He had a $3 million, this was one wire of several, and that came in, and he then dispersed it out in little amounts to various Biden family members. James Comer in the Oversight Committee has found 4 Biden family members were paid in these little intermittent amounts at this period from starting 24 hours after that Chinese money came in. And Hallie Biden appears to be on that suspicious activity report. It's her bank account. And there's also Hunter Biden, his uncle Jim Biden, Joe Biden's brother, and another unnamed Biden who got, I think it was $100,000 and maybe more, but certainly there was one transaction of 100, just as there was one transaction for 35,000 that we saw on that statement that the Oversight Committee put out today for Hallie Biden. And of course, as the Oversight Committee said in their statement, Hallie Biden is a primary school teacher, so why would she be paid by the Chinese? Why was this money siphoned through a friend of theirs, a business associate, Rob Walker in Arkansas? Why didn't it go straight into the companies belonging to the Biden if it was up front? And why did this happen less than 2 months after Joe Biden was no longer in public office, when he stopped being vice president, for business that they'd been doing with CEFC for 2 years, the last 2 years of his vice presidency?
Yeah, that's the Chinese energy conglomerate that's now defunct. That was China's big cog in the wheel for its push to dominate world infrastructure. That's a Belt and Road push. There's a lot of questions over why the Biden family was doing deals with them over that, and things like that. But, the bizarre White House response that the House GOP wanted to prosecute Beau Biden, that never happened. House Oversight says it's this. The Biden family was using this web of at least a dozen bank accounts and their off-balance sheet shell companies. You and I have talked about this, to bury the millions of dollars from China and elsewhere into their bank accounts, to, quote, pay for things for Joe Biden, things that the money went toward the president, when he keeps denying this. This is what House Oversight Chair Comer is saying. They have evidence that it did go to the president.
Well, I mean, the White House has got to come up with something a bit better than that. It's pathetic to say that the Oversight Committee is attacking Hallie Biden or attacking the Biden family. It's not about attacking, it's about proper oversight. And why is America's greatest adversary, China, funneling money to the immediate family members of the then vice president, or just recent vice president, now president? What was the money for? And, I think, as James Comer said, if there's nothing criminal, there's certainly something corrupt about it. And the Congress is going to have to enact new rules, because obviously the Disclosure Act does not require that immediate family members tell the American people how much money they're getting. And this is just an absolute invitation to corrupt countries overseas to try and corrupt our top officials.
And Miranda, now it involves the UAE in the Middle East, sending money to the Biden family, apparently, reportedly with James Biden's deal making.
Yes, well, I mean, he was involved. He's also, as Hunter Biden is, being investigated by the DOJ in a separate probe from Hunter's Delaware one. And I think it's over something to do with these companies. I mean, he was involved in a whole lot of sort of fly-by-night operations as a sort of a front man, paid a lot of money just for access to his brother.
Miranda Devine, thanks for joining us tonight.